We can often hear that Armenia's future largely depends on the high-tech sector, with information technology being the main driver. Every year, it ensures, on average, over 30% of economic growth. Armenia has many prerequisites for high-tech industry and a knowledge-based economy, starting from engineering and scientific traditions inherited from Soviet times to its current strong IT sector and highly qualified and specialized human capital. However, every day, efforts are required to make this happen and to ensure the development of the engineering sector. The creation of new companies must be encouraged, whereas those that already exist must break through to international markets to get exposure to cutting-edge education and science globally. Many small and large companies play a key role on the path to this engineering and technology-based Armenia of the future, and strong public-private partnership is crucial. This aims primarily at making quality products for the world and positioning Armenia on the global technology map as a country known for innovation and thinking, as well as finding solutions to complicated technological problems.
If you're creating a global product, a product that you want people everywhere in the world to use, you must compete with the best out there. You may be number one in a small market, or you may have been successful on a small scale, but you really achieve success with your product only if you walk in step with the giants of the world or run ahead of them. It is very important to be in the right market, to solve a problem that meets a real need in the world, and always keep moving. That is also a very interesting thing. You may feel sometimes like it is all falling apart. You need to stop and think about what to do. However, you need to do your thinking while on the move. You have to constantly be in motion.
The education sector has been a key role to play in the rise of high-tech Armenia. It is important to partner with the world-renowned universities and education centers in the process of developing new education models and applying them. Their potential and experience may successfully be transferred to Armenia to become the engine of the high-tech sector in the country. Armenia is in a good position in this regard because it has the huge potential of the diaspora and the support of our compatriots who have achieved success in the educational sector.
High-tech is the future, one of the important ingredients for Armenia's economic future, but that it needs an educational pipeline that can support it. And so a group of us were brought together to really listen to stakeholders from industry, from government, and from higher education and secondary education to think about ways we could develop very clear projects that could accelerate the movement that is happening here.
Having a high-quality engineering and technology sector in the near future requires creating an infrastructure, some of which has already been set up, which must unite the potential of different companies in order to help Armenia solve global problems. For this purpose, education and innovation centers have been and continue to be established throughout the country through partnerships between public, private sectors, and international organizations. These are Vandadzor Technology Center, Gyumri Technology Center, Armenian National Engineering Laboratories, Microsoft Innovation Center, IBM Innovative Solutions and Technology Center, Armenian Indian Center for Excellence in ICT, and others. The Engineering City will be yet another similar location, unprecedented in scale. The Engineering City program envisions training and educating 1,500 quality engineers, 2,000 job openings, creating at least 20 new organizations, a 40% increase in productivity of work of organizations, and over 30% growth in exports. Even though the city is still in the construction phase, the Engineering City, Engineering Library, and Museum of Space, Science, and Technology are already operational on its territory. There are already 15 engineering companies functioning in the city. Plans for the Engineering City include creating an engineering school, laboratories, or more specifically, a place where Armenian and international companies can generate new ideas and products, collaborate with each other while additionally making use of equipment, laboratories, and other facilities available in the area. This will also be a platform to attract leading international companies to Armenia, which will complement the companies already effectively running their operations here, such as Synopsys, Siemens, Cisco, Oracle, Microsoft, IBM, National Instruments, and other global giants.
There are many engineering problems in the world that are not solved, yet there are not many engineers. In Armenia, there is plenty of supply, and I think it's an ideal place for multinational companies to set up R&D operations in Armenia. Armenia is still a well-kept secret, but once the world is out, I believe Armenia will turn into a gold rush, and Armenia will turn into a great land of opportunities.
For those new companies that want to conquer the world with their new technology, there is already a successful ecosystem in place consisting of numerous Armenian companies that have evolved from the idea developing stage to leading positions around the world, offering innovative solutions in a range of different areas. As our example has shown, we believed and we succeeded in starting in Armenia and then transitioning to the international market. We are quite successful at this point in time. We are still growing, but we can say that we are already in a stage that very few companies reach. In order to achieve these large goals, it is necessary to combine traditions that have come from the past with modern education and to strengthen public-private partnership, and the results will appear soon enough. Armenia will become an innovative center for high-tech, engineering, and information technologies.
Շատ կարևոր է ընդունել մի փաստ.
It is very important to acknowledge that without science, without in-depth accumulative continuous knowledge, it is impossible to imagine technological progress. If we look at human development and the growth of the technology sector in our country, then we will see that our scientific culture and history of scientific education are their foundation. This means that we are talking about a huge resource that we must use correctly, and we must build the future on this foundation.
Որը պետք է ճիշտ օգտագործել եւ դրա հիմքի վրա կառուցել շարունակությունը։